And now for our weekly energy update with Dan McTeague, President of Canadians for Affordable Energy.
Thank you, Nima. It is the Ides of October. I like to say that. It kind of has an interesting ring to it, but it does represent what a different world as far as commodity prices and geopolitics can be in just one short week. You know, when we last did this, no one saw what was happening in the attack by Hamas on Israel, nor did they take into real account what that would mean should the situation continue to move into the direction that it is, in which there's a full-scale attack now prepared for Gaza, and what that will mean in terms of geopolitics, in terms of the Middle East. And I suspect that we're starting to see today a reversal in markets. Look, energy markets, as we know, for the past several months have been conflicted. They've been confused. They've been distracted. But they can no longer ignore what is going to be a geopolitical problem. Two wars combined with a belief now, at least by the U.S. Fed, that this might be the end of the line as far as high interest rates are concerned, matched with a significant and very obvious deficit in oil production and oil inventories, I think is going to lead now to that turnaround that many of us had feared would happen, but many of us were surprised did not take place up until now. And what that really means, Nima, is that beginning today, we're seeing about a $3 a barrel increase in oil. U.S. further sanctions on Russian oil, as well as all of the indications that I've given you a little earlier, mean that I think next week we could be looking at a difference in price of about anywhere from 5 to 8 cents a liter. That's correct. The lows that we're seeing this week and into Saturday, where for instance, Vancouver will be $1.73.9. Alberta's $1.35, Saskatchewan $1.55, Manitoba $1.55, Ontario $1.47, $1.48, and Quebec ranging into the area of roughly about $1.60, $1.59. Maritimes in the $1.70, low $1.60 range. All of that will move decidedly in a very different direction. Not only are we seeing diesel inventories continue to be under pressure, but the effect of the issue in the Middle East and the moves by the United States to sanction, as well as the likelihood that central bankers around the world are going to let up, is going to be very supportive of energy prices. Of course, we're now seeing a transition into cooler weather. Again, natural gas, propane, along with diesel, which is used as a proxy for heating oil, will start to go up as well. Why? Well, because the 10-year average shows that diesel inventories are about 10 or 11, closer to 15 or 16% below. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm looking this time next week for prices on average in Vancouver to be about $1.84. Vancouver Island, Victoria in particular, which has been seeing very sticky prices. They didn't come down as they should have as they did in Vancouver. Pretty much the same product, same price, except for the barge rates. They're at 192, 189. They should be dropping actually to about $1.85 to match we're going to be seeing later in Vancouver. For the interior of BC, look for an increase of about 4 cents a liter, back up to the $1.77 range. If we look towards Alberta, I would say that we're good for a 5-cent increase. So that $1.35 becomes $1.40. That $1.33 in Edmonton becomes $1.38. Ditto for diesel. No movement in Saskatchewan and Manitoba because gas retailers there like to stay to a single price, no matter if the price goes up or down, until it really goes up or really goes down. So no change there. But Ontario, look for prices to head back to about $1.55 as early as Sunday, where we'll see $1.50. And Quebec, the same thing. Look for that number to move back to $1.67 with a 3-cent increase coming as early as this Sunday. Now, for the Maritimes, which has the regulated price, doesn't obey the law of fundamentals, and markets tend to have their own instruments. They may get a bit of a break, but come next Saturday, so a week Saturday, we are likely to see that increase in the order of 5 to 8 cents a liter, no matter where you are. And watch out for diesel, because I think that's going to go up about 10 cents a liter for the Atlantic provinces, in which there's significant use of diesel and home heating fuel, which tends still to be the primary form of heating in places like Newfoundland and in Prince Edward Island. Of course, that really means, where are we heading now? I think for the winter, we're going to start to see oil make its real effect. That deficit of 2 million barrels a day that OPEC has been talking about, it's real. It's going to start to bite and look for prices over the next several weeks to go that much higher. That's it for this week, Nima. We'll talk next week.
All right, thanks for that, Dan. Again, that was Dan McTeague with our weekly energy update.